I'm riding in Essex, geographically about halfway between Saffron Walden to the north and Stansted Airport to the south. There's the sign I'm looking for. Widdington, turn left. I'm in a stretch of delightfully undulating countryside just east of the M11 that's frankly riddled with little lanes. Hello and welcome to the ride. I'm just about to enter the village of Widdington. Now, the target for my ride today is one of the finest surviving medieval barns in the east of England. Built in an age when timber was especially plentiful around here. One of those cathedrals of wood that I've explored before, which provided scope for the craft of the carpenter on a scale otherwise found only in the medieval great halls and church roofs. Here's the turn, and there's the English Heritage sign up on the bank, just to confirm that I'm on the right track. Strange and unprepossessing approach up this workaday concrete driveway. Is the barn in a working farm? Certainly those are old farm buildings. And there it is, Prior's Hall Barn. There's some business activity going on here. These cars are not parked here by people coming to look at the barn. Probably business units in the nearby hall. And that cream rendered building in the background is Prior's Hall. It was owned by the Priors of Saint Valery in Picardy in France until the late 14th century. Modernised over the centuries since, but hence the name of the hall and the great barn. Tree ring dating shows that the timbers used in the barn were felled in between 1417 and 1442. I mean, that makes of this something of a survivor. And that's an understatement, of course. Breathtaking. A spectacular crown post roof, 71 pairs of upper rafters with a further 8 pairs of rafters of decreasing size in the hipped ends. It's aisled with 8 bays and has 2 great porches that allowed carts bearing the harvest to be unloaded undercover inside. The curved bracing is characteristic of 14th century barn building. Originally it was made up of some 900 separate pieces of unseasoned timber, and that came from about 400 trees. There was no ironwork in the original construction. The straps and bolts which support some aisle ties were hammered out by blacksmiths and added over the centuries. Farming at Widdington was predominantly arable, and the main crops stored in the barn were wheat, barley, oats and rye. On dry days, the doors could be left open while hand threshing with flails took place just inside. The draught blew the husks away, leaving the grain to be collected. How many oxen-drawn wains bearing the harvest have passed through these doors over the centuries. Beside each porch is a small door that gave access when the big doors were not being used. At the bottom of each of these is a cat door. And in the apex of the gables, hidden in the shadow, is an owl hole, both for controlling vermin. There's the cat door at the bottom of the door. And again, on the other small door. And the owl hole at the apex of the gable. Natural pest control. So there you have it. Carpentry on steroids. Rides are always better for having a target destination. And this one has led me along some hidden lanes that are a delight to ride, to an architectural gem that is not only impressive but also laden with social history. Another ride to one of the great barns of Britain, now to rejoin the Essex lanes. If you've enjoyed the ride too, please like, subscribe, perhaps even share. I'll then let you know when I'm next out and about. For now, I'm done.